So recently, I saw a deleted scene from the Hawkeye show, and take a look.
Bad luck, big shot. 2 left.
No luck about it. My kid never misses. Your game is rigged. That was really good. Which one do you want?
This scene is very important. Hawkeye's backstory. The scene extends to show and explain that Clint and his mom are homeless with nothing and are forced to steal for money, which later leads to an altercation where Clint's mom gets arrested, all because Clint missed a shot. Watching this really made me think about the fact that Clint is never really given a backstory for himself at all throughout the MCU. Kind of a missed opportunity on Marvel's part to give us any kind of origin on the original Hawkeye. I kind of get why they filmed this and trashed it. I mean, this show is meant to be Kate Bishop's origin, and that's why they focus on her rather than the original Hawkeye. But honestly, this show is pretty much Marvel's one and only chance to give us more on Hawkeye's background as Clint Barton. And there was a few pathways this could have gone. Now, there could be a season 2, but say there isn't, this really was their only chance under a Hawkeye name. Back to the deleted scene though, not only did this deleted scene show Clint as a child, it showed his skill and his mom seemingly support that skill. But really, this video isn't focused on the idea of exploring his childhood. All that video did was made me realize that we could have had any kind of origin. I'll admit, I'm not an expert on the comics, so I don't know much about the true origin of Hawkeye. What I do know is this guy, the swordsman. He was Hawkeye's mentor. Going into the show, realizing this, you would think they would play with this idea. There was this one scene that would have been a perfect gateway to introducing their past relationship, and it's this one.
Don't move.
You would think Clint looks to his left and he sees his mentor, and we could have had some kind of explanation from his past. Not even necessarily the family aspect, but at least how Jack found Clint and took him in as a sidekick like how they did in the comic. They could have at least explained it verbally, but it would have been very interesting to see that dynamic of Clint reuniting with his mentor while he himself mentoring the next Hawkeye. Now I know what you're thinking, a family arc would be much more impactful to Hawkeye as a character in the MCU because, well, he is the family man. But I'm just speaking from a comics perspective. I know he isn't the most popular Avenger, but he is still a character nonetheless. And they are self-aware of that fact. After all, Age of Ultron really focused more on Clint as a character and expanded on his family life because they knew that nobody cared for him as much in the first movie. He was part of the original 6 Avengers, each of them having their own solo outings that explain their backgrounds pretty well, maybe one pretty but one of these characters only got a Disney Plus series with their name on it that didn't explain their backstory, and I think that's a pretty big missed opportunity on their part.